Sponsored by Andrea Mason, Press Play, Plan Life According to You, LLC. Take care of your mental health. Find inner peace by rediscovering and loving you for who you truly are. Take advantage of this exclusive offer and choose to press play today. Thank you.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is the host of the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast, and I am yours truly, Warren Marlowe. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms, just to name a few: Facebook, Twitter X. Yeah, we're going to say Twitter X now. I just can't even say X no more. Obviously, Instagram. We're on Threads. Still getting used to Threads. I actually kind of like it a little bit. We're on TikTok as well. You can follow us on all these great platforms. And of course, guys, you can follow me on American Prodigy, at theamericanfreefall@gmail.com. You can email him personally if you are looking for bookings. And more importantly, guys, you can follow all our audio platforms as well. We are on all platforms. Wherever you get your podcast, we will be there. And of course, on all audio platforms, just to name a few: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Podchaser, Podvines, iHeartRadio. And like I said before, definitely Good Pods. Shout out to Good Pods again. We made it in the top 10 for sports podcasts recently, just based off of one episode, which was insane. We had over 1,500 downloads in the first hour, guys. Thank y'all. 1,500 in the first hour. So thank y'all. Shout out to everyone on Good Pods for the feedbacks, the reviews, the ratings, everything. Super amazing. 1,500 in the first hour was insane to see that, man. I was astounded, super astounded. It was awesome to see, growth and everything like that. I apologize if y'all hear the phone go off. Quite busy at the same time. But guys, we have a very cool special today. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for the happy birthday wishes yesterday. Super awesome. Just a fun day. I got to spend with family, friends, and even got in a surprise party thrown, which I've never had a surprise party, so that was pretty awesome to witness and get to do. I'm usually always throwing a surprise party for someone, but it was really cool, to get it thrown for me. We have a lot of cool things coming up for Buzzing with Marlowe, the podcast standpoint, especially for the American Prodigy as well. American Prodigy is now accepting the bookings. The schedule is kind of tight right now in July, but June right now we're going to ease off on that break standpoint, but we'll be really heavily booked in July. So shout out to everyone that's putting those tickets signed and everything like that for a good old AP. It's truly an honor and a blessing just to be able to do it, and more importantly, do it at such a good level still. Still in my mind to actually still be that character and stuff like that, man. Like, we have officially went a full year now with a full run with this character, and being back after being gone for so long was just super amazing. And I'm healthy. Obviously, not fully always 100%, but I mean, I am able to move. Even after the crazy bumps that we did, especially the match I did with Cole, where we jumped and I jumped off the top rope. First time I had my confidence back again to jump off the top rope, and I didn't trust him to catch me, even though I didn't want him to catch me. I wanted to knock him down. He's super, super awesome competitor. Definitely one of the fun guys I've gotten to work so far in this run right now. Is definitely shout out to Mr. CB Attitude. Phenomenal talent, phenomenal guy he's going to do amazing work into this independent circuit and stuff like that. So, but yeah, thank y'all for everything that we have been getting so far with the American Prodigy. The merch standpoint, bringing that into the Bonfire Shop has been a huge, huge success. Kids right now rocking the red, white, and blue all over, man. It's really cool to see kids taking that pride of a character like that and really having fun with it. I know Cody Rhodes, everyone wants to say that thing with WWE, but man, just the build that we've been doing with it, man, it's just been super, super awesome. But guys, I've got an awesome special today. We got a very, very awesome guest in the back today, man. I know a lot of people, especially adults, man. I was always against this for a long time, when I was a student of the game, playing the sport, playing to that high level and stuff like that. But when it is gone, man, you only got so many different type of opportunities to get to that level. And man, just seeing what everyone is doing with sports in general right now to get that next opportunity. I used to make fun of it, but man, it really is a true eye opener to get another opportunity. Like, in NFL, we're bringing the XFL or the USFL, whatever the hell they want to call it now. The UFL, it's the UFL now. To see the opportunity and seeing people actually get opportunities to get to that next level. Guys only play college or in high school. We're always told, you never know, this might be the last time you suit up in a uniform and represent a school, represent a team, a state, a town, whatever. And man, you laugh about it now, but man, when it hits you, it hits you. So definitely getting to have some extra opportunities to get to that next level of success into a dream that something is really hard to get into. So I've got an awesome guest that's going to, talk about some extra opportunities that help people get to a high level, or more importantly, if it's not ready to hang the cleats up. But first, guys, I want to talk about the ones that pay the bills. First and foremost, guys, I know it's like 9 o'clock. Apologize, but it's been an awesome time, and I wanted to have a real good, awesome special for us today. And of course, I had to get a little bit of that swish, swish, and I'm talking about that Dubby. Yes, guys, that genderless energy, man, cheaper than a can. I'm telling y'all, guys, throw those energy cans out, because Dubby will have you covered, man. Man, let me tell you, the Beach and Peach, the Big Energy Tears, that Push and Punch, super amazing. Guys, you can mix that with anything. I'm not even going to lie to you. And the best thing about these guys, if you're not really good with caffeine, there's only 100 milligrams at the most. And guys, you have to put a lot of freaking scoops in just to get up to a high level of that caffeine. If you're not familiar with the flavors, you can get a starter pack that gives you a shaker bottle and 3 flavors of your choosing. And of course, you can buy you a shaker bottle. Or if you're a NASCAR fan, buy you a bumper sticker, hats, t-shirts, whatever. Type in that promo code BUZZ20 with a capital B, and you get 10% off of your purchase. Shout out to Dubby. Dubby is always bringing that genderless energy to the Buzz One Marlowe podcast. It's been representing us for the last 3 years. So shout out to Dubby, man. Shout out to Dubby. And also, man, I'm a big advocate about being in the gym and stuff like that. So, my supplements are at a top level standpoint. And I'm talking about Ultimum X. That's right, guys. They just launched this new recovery BCAA. I am a big fan of it. As anybody knows, I push myself to drink as much water as I can. And BCAA is the way to get me to drink some water. This one right now, the flavor is like a fruit punch. I usually am against all fruit punch flavors when it comes to supplements, but this one is super good. 0 sugar, great nutrients into your body. They have a very high level. It's been tested in 3 different states, more importantly. And of course, they have so many different ones. I just do the BCAA. If you want to try the shred one, you can try your testosterone boosters. You can try out the pre-workout as well. I've been kind of easing away from pre-workout, but you time in the promo code BUZZ20 with the capital B, guys. Let me keep saying that. Capital B, you get 10% off of your purchase. Shout out to Ultimate X. Get merch, get you the supplements that you need to conquer your journey. Okay, guys. Obviously, we got a lot of guys waiting in the back. We got some fun coming in, man. If you know, football season, summertime, it's time for that make it or break it moment. Get yourself back into that gear to get you prepared for August or September, or whenever those seasons are coming. So, man, I'm excited about bringing some cool people in the back. So, guys, we're not going to waste any more time. When the countdown goes 30 to 1, we will be joined with Coach Brown, aka my good friend AB, and of course the man that is going to give a lot of opportunity to a lot of athletes getting into the football realm, basketball realm, whatever one you want. We are going to talk about it. So, guys, when the countdown goes 30 to 1, we will be joined with those awesome coaches from the Florida Jaguars. That's right, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, that starts in 3, 2, 1 right now.
Perfect. Okay. Wow. Shish. Put it back in la macchina.
That's it, buddy. You're out of here.
No.
All right, guys, I'm joined with GM Kirby Smith, right?
Kyrie Smith.
Kyrie Smith. Okay, I thought it said a B on the bottom. My bad, bro. Also, Coach Brown as well, man. I'm joined with the workers, the coaches of the Florida Jaguars. How are y'all doing, guys? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, having a great day, man. First off, man, I just want to say, man, appreciate you having us on, man. You have a great platform, man. Love everything that you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
I see you got that Florida Jaguar, that Florida on you already. So I'm already loving it. I'm
Hey,
already
man.
I'm
Shout
above it,
out to
man.
the
I love it.
team 904, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to KC Graphics as well, man. They make some awesome merch, jerseys, t-shirts, all that, man. And always got to represent for them. Always got to represent.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Also, man, we got to rock the teal. I mean, I get it. It's tough to be a Jaguars. Every year, it's like, it's like an ongoing pain. Like, it's like, gosh, dang it, bro. Just once, man, I need to see a success.
Got me
give
excited,
us one.
man. I'm excited, man. I swear, man. Hey, man, the future.
I get excited every year, and it's like, I get a high expectation. I'm just like,
yeah, they do. They do, man. They do. I can admit that now. But man, we got these new Jaguars coming up, man, and we submitting our legacy, man. We finna get kicked off, man. I'm just excited about that, man. It's so great, man. The future's so bright for us.
How'd that start?
So it started, man. It started with the youth, man. I've been a youth advocate for a couple of years now, and that's the foundation, man. I was a 5-star athlete as a child, and kind of got on a rocky road growing up in high school, and right after high school, I made a bad decision with some guys and cost me my scholarship to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, all of that. And got knocked down, and was doubted. And everybody doubted me, didn't think I was gonna come back. And came back, got back in school my senior year, balled my off in the classroom and on the field, and got a scholarship to Webber International University, man. So I came from the bottom, came back up, and earned my spot back into football when everybody doubted me, man. And there's a lot of kids like that, so that's where my message comes from. And this organization that we do got, man, is supported by the pastors, it's supported by the community, it's supported by the ministry, it's supported by different leaders of tomorrow. And we all come together and we do what we can for the youth that we can, man. Put our resources together so they can have a better future for those kids that had a story similar to mine. We can always help them get back to the top and be successful in life. I went to Webber International and got my minor in sports management, and got my business in business management. Okay. I got my degree in business management. Like I said, started from the bottom, man, and just worked my butt off. Made one bad mistake, man, I can admit, and I just refuse to let that.
It really is life. And I mean, and I tell people all the time, bro, like when we go through these sports mindsets, like I tell people, man, sports, you need to get your kids to play at least one sport to really develop in childhood standpoint. Like it's not just the competition standpoint. It's about unity. It's about literally realizing that you can rely on the next person. Like you can't just do everything yourself. And like you just said, you made one bad choice. And it's like, that's instantly shunned upon. I don't know what you did. I don't care. But it's like, that same scenario. A lot of people have that same aspect because I used to be that big thing. Because I was a shadow when I was in my school. Had hell of a talent. I could hold my own, but I was never going to be showcased as well as those guys because they were the ones that everybody was on the eyes and ears on. So it was like, you could just do your part, you could control it, whatever. Like there was sometimes I felt like I outworked a lot of these guys because in practice I had to do the extra to get into that standpoint. And then when I finally said, hey, I'm part of the team, whatever, you make that one bad choice, it affects you more than it would affect them at the time because guess what? Yeah. They're the ones that people got the showcase on. So like you making that choice, it's because I'm with the team and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
It also affects you in a more of aspects. So that's really awesome to see that. Not only that, man, you actually stuck with it because
and that's the huge thing, man. A lot of kids give up and fall victim to the game. They fall victim to the drug war that's going on right now. Fall victim to the system. It's just like, man, it's a never ending fall, and it's like we have to be there to catch them when they're falling. Because some of these kids, they don't have two-parent homes. They don't have a role model in their home. They don't have a male in their home. It's and you know how that's how it's been shaped these past couple of years. These mothers have been taking on these burdens of raising these young men. And I get that several times in my inbox, man. There's several moms that don't have nobody, a male in their life, and they just need them to get in sports so they can be around males. And that's where we come in from, man. And to reiterate on what you said about always try to get your kids in some kind of type of sport, because it brings tradition, it brings structure, it brings character, it brings effort, it brings achievements. So I definitely agree with you on that, man. And like I said, I'm just excited about this Florida Jaguars, man. We kick off our basketball season this Saturday. The EILB, shout out to Michael Dixon with that league, man. That's a league stretch from South Carolina, North Carolina, to Georgia, all the way to Florida. And we travel to Sumter to play the Sumter Gators. If anybody's up there in North Carolina and Sumter, we played there at 4 p.m. And we got some boys, man. We got some boys that been playing in E-Dub, some colleges. We got a guy that's Enrique. He actually played overseas and got some MVPs over there. We got guys like BJ Little, who played in EWC, was an outstanding hometown favorite, man. Some shooters on the side like Quan Tip. Oh man, we got guys on the basketball and with the football.
See, one of them was a coach for the Giants, I think.
Yeah, we had a coach for the Giants. Yeah. My guy Mike, man, he also played for the Giants as well. He's actually coaching in the ABA as well right now, so he'll be piggybacking on both leagues, helping us out, getting us on the right track. I love just getting words of wisdom from that guy, man. Like I said, I'm always the person that wants to grow and wants to listen and apply and put it together into my game plan from bits and pieces from everybody, man. I'm never the person that want to think I know it all and know how to do it all, man. And that's what Coach Brown had came in. He's been tremendous with me, being patient with me, and just being a great guy, man. I love Coach Brown. And we haven't even kicked off one game yet. And this guy, we like brothers already, man.
So I gotta ask you, and then I'm gonna talk to Coach Brown at the same time as this. So what was the toughest process to get this really started? Like, you looking at the outlook of, the youth standpoint, I gotta be honest, they've got so many chances than we ever got. I remember at basketball, I was big on basketball. Anybody that knows me knows I was pretty well known in this thing for basketball. All we had was AAU. We didn't have anything for an advanced level at the time. And believe it or not, AAU wasn't like a travel thing either. Like, you were literally playing in your state. You were just playing all the top ballers in Jacksonville. The furthest we got was the Camden, I think.
Orlando and stuff like that. I remember I played AAU ball, man, and I think the farthest we got was about in Carolina somewhere, something like that. We didn't really get too far. But I definitely agree with you, man. But I think the
year I did it, they were still naming them NBA teams.
Yep, sure was. Yep, sure was. Yeah.
Shout out to the Sixers. But I just say it all the time, man. There were so many outlets to get into the basketball level than it was in football. And I say now football, which I wish was so big now, because Coach Brown, I'm very familiar with it. I play alongside playing flag a lot. Flag football has really gotten a big production standpoint, a big visual, and it's actually given opportunity for the next level to grow to play football in a bigger levels and stuff like that. And it's not even just because it's flag football, it's because it's giving you that formation, get you in that mindset, and they can get you into playing semi or playing the XFL, the AFL, or all that stuff. There's just so many different opportunities.
And it's safer.
And stuff now.
It's safer.
Yeah, definitely it is. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie all about that now. AB know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But I definitely man, I think to reiterate what you said, I think the opportunities are tremendous, and I think the hardest part about with starting this organization is and it's still ongoing. Is and I think you might agree with me on this, is finding the right people. Finding the
Yes.
right people to actually represent us the right way, to be professional, to be committed, to understand that what a startup process is, um,
To understand that
just to understand the dream and the goal, what we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
So
And the
I think
biggest thing I think would be I think the biggest thing is also is the consistency. Everybody
yes,
wants to put a league or, put something like this together. I've seen it countless times. There was one in Nassau County. They tried to put a semi-pro football team together, and they lasted maybe 2 years minimum just because they could not get people to continuously play because they weren't getting income or anything like that. You
yep,
were playing on your own. You were paying a big lump sum. You weren't guaranteed anything outside of it. You just made sure you got to the games or whatever. That was it. And they only lasted maybe a year and a half at the most, I think. And I can only imagine like all that process has got to get because I think now they are working on, you can get insurance and stuff like that. They're working on these things to take care of the players, which
yes,
I
sir.
think is a big, huge thing. And I know it's got to be a tough thing to process at the same time too, is because they got to rely on that type scenario because you're dealing with a bunch of adults, even though it's like young. I mean, your ages are 18 and up, right?
Yes,
18 and
sir.
up.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so 18 and up. So technically, adults might have jobs, might have to do something like that, and they have to, miss a payday or something like that just to play
Yep.
in these sports. So they have to have these things that takes care of them and reliability and stuff like that. So
Yes,
what are
sir.
some of the things that you know for a fact that like was that thing is like, man, that's gonna be tough, but we're gonna definitely keep going. We're gonna definitely tackle on to that purpose.
I think the toughest thing um for us is let me just try to explain what we're trying to do as far as the football atmosphere.
Mhm.
So we have a national traveling football team, which means we travel all around the USA. Whatever states want the smoke, we're coming. We're packing it, and we're coming. We're showing up. We've got a schedule full of national champions on all the levels in USA. We've What we're trying to do is create a league of such where we have 32 teams traveling around the world. We have we want to do a league fee of $5,000 just so that we can cover travel fees and travel expenses and everything like that around the 32 teams in the league. And So with that, what we're doing, we're the first team that's gonna basically be like a lab rat to show everyone that it can be done. And
Yeah.
we've actually, like I said, we've contacted every team. We've set up travel expenses agreements between each other, and it's doable. But I think that uh, in
I mean,
semi-pro,
5,000, if you split that from a team scenario, that's not that much to get that paid out. If people
it's
are
not that
really
much.
legitimately serious about it, I mean, it's not that tough.
It's not that much, man. It's really not, especially if you have sponsors. And then like with our team, and I'm just be honest with you, we charge $500 to $1,000 because what we want to do is we want to make sure you're extra comfortable when you're going on the road with all these teams. We have 18 game schedule with 2 bye weeks. So when these guys are tired, whenever they got whatever going on in their life, whatever they got going on, that fee that they're paying is going to help them in the back page of their finances. When it comes to traveling, if they need extra stuff, they want to do extra stuff, they're going to do extra shopping. And also take care of all their traveling expenses, lodging, and all that. Whatever we need for them guys, meal preps, whatever training that we get for the personal trainers for the guys. We have a Scout 10 agency that helps them. You basically can get an agent, and that comes in the package. You get an agent that comes with you, and what he does is he helps you get to the next
That's big.
level, whether it's indoor football, whether it's NAIA, football or whatever you qualify for. That agent helps you out. So it's and then extensive background and profiling and just promotion work for them to promote them to get into the next level as far as highlights and different things, interviews and stuff like that. We do. Like I said, NTFL it's gonna bring entertainment as well. We want to bring back the entertainment. We're gonna require every team to bring a entertainment in their halftime show or have a game dedicated to the kids or any type of thing to support the community and bring the community together, not just playing football, rolling out the ball and go, y'all go play. We want them to be able to come and enjoy the experience.
Bring it a different visual than what you would see like in a
Right.
so kind of like I don't know if you're familiar, you know, like the Savannah Bananas, you know, that baseball team that's been like really, they've been catching network now. And I've been knowing these two guys. I know a couple of guys on that team. They've been playing on this team for ages, and they're just getting a public eye on them now. And they're great talent. It's just they're being presented as, oh, this entertainment team. So I love how you're bringing that look because y'all are trying to say, hey, man, we're bringing a different visual. Like the fans are really going to matter going into this league and seeing the outlook and stuff like that. So, and I loved how you were talking about the meal prep and stuff like that. Nobody's thinking about that outside the box type scenario because that is what you got to do to take care of the next guys. So I do love that. So I do want to know, how's the recruiting process work? How does people get involved to, you know, contact, get knowing about the team and stuff like that? How's that recruiting process go?
So with the league, we're gonna have 32 teams. We'll allow 2 teams to be in each state. We'll allow 2 teams to be in each state. So you have the whole state to recruit to represent your state. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna also have a draft with our rules, and we're working around, and we pushing and shoving, we crossing our dots and I's and our T's, trying to put everything together. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're going to try to pay these players money, but we have to have a 1-year evaluation with players, coaches, and entertainment. Just because we want to make sure that these players are representing the league the right way. We want to make sure that before we pay anybody, we evaluate your play. We evaluate what you represent as a player for that team, for the organization, for the community. Now, it's not going to be no high paid, like, you know, that tens of thousands of dollars, but it'll definitely be something that can help you and further you, assist you throughout the season. Each player will have a cap. So of course the quarterbacks will have the highest cap. But
as they should. I mean, in reality, as they should. Like I've learned like that semi-pro realm, and of course, you want to make the money. QB is the way to go.
They got to
QB or corner, which those are 2 of the toughest positions. I mean, in reality, those are the 2 toughest positions in football.
Yes, they is.
Like,
yes, they is.
Crazy positions.
Yes, they is. So as far as the draft, like I said, we'll be drafting from 18 to 21. That's what we'll be drafting. Everybody else will be signed onto the team if you're 22 and up. Only reason we want to do that because we want to make sure we keep those guys eligible to go to the next level. We don't want to pay them, no sign up on anything like that. Even though the NIL deals just came through, so we might want to reevaluate that because you still can get paid.
I think that's still crazy how they're running that NIL thing.
Oh man,
I mean, if you're putting a league together, you having to follow that NIL deal guidelines now, which is insane.
Well, you see what Nick Saban did. You see what Nick did.
I read up on a couple of them, and I was just blown away. I was like, where was this when I was in school? Like, man, you know how much I wouldn't even have to worry about that student loan I just
oh my God. Who you telling, man? Oh my God.
Dang, bro. Like, I wish we would have known these things. Like,
yes.
Even though they say, oh, you got paid, whatever, but still we had to cover that stupid in that scholarship.
Yeah, had to go get a job. Might have to go get a side job to pay.
Made like
you know,
3 jobs to get this daggum scholarship done. I was like, good Lord, bro.
Hey, with a little library books and stuff.
Oh
trying
my gosh, bro. Oh man, don't get me started. But Coach Brown, man, how did everything get you to join into the program and stuff like that? I know you've been very big on football, bro.
Yes.
Me and you go way back.
Of course, on Facebook and stuff kept popping up by the organization. So I say, I want to get back into coaching. So I seen it. I'm like, okay, so I want to see what's going on. So, I hit coach up and see what was going on, and I fell in love just with the program, what he had going on. We talked, and it felt like a brotherhood, like right away. So how big I am with football. So his knowledge and my knowledge together, it's like, this.
You'll blow a hip for the ball. We know.
Yeah. But this organization go very, very far, and I really do have faith in this organization and the GM. So I'm here till the wheels fall off.
Hey, I love
yeah,
it,
man. Coach Brown, he's a I want to say enthusiast. Oh my God, this guy loves everything about sports, man. This man hit me up 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching film, coach, on the first coach. We don't play them till 6 months, 7 months, coach. I'm watching film on it right now, man. And then like a basketball practice, we in there. He there with the basketball players with his shirt off, getting it active with the players, man. And I'm like, man, I just love coach, man. It don't matter what you do, he don't complain, man. He just here to help, man. And that's what type of guys you want to have around you, man. Just, I always tell everybody, man, hey, that guy right there, man, I don't give a damn. He don't know a lick of nothing. It's just that attitude, man. It's just the way he approached life, man. We can all learn from, So
I remember when me and AB started playing in flag, and man, when I tell you, I think I still have the message. AB gave me 90 different plays. I'm like, bro, we only played 4, man. Like, how are we doing all these plays? But like you just said, 3 in the morning, like AB was literally constantly just texting me plays and stuff. So obviously I was really excited, having y'all on, because I know AB, like, bro, he is very passionate when it comes really in defense aspect, like. Defense is AB's specialty, so obviously I can have an idea of what he's going to be coaching when it comes to this level and stuff like that. So, y'all just said 18 to 21. Obviously, you can play at a higher age, but it will be some curriculums you have to make sure you meet the requirements, which is a very good thing for y'all, especially good on y'all's end, because y'all could have some daggone 45-year-old men coming in there and try to think they're going to be running in the NFL and stuff like that, which I've seen. I used to think it was funny when I was playing college ball, man. I remember seeing a dude that was almost 50 playing college basketball. I'm just like, bro, it's time for you to hang it up. Unless you're going overseas or something, what's happened?
Yeah, man.
Also, I forgot the guy's name. He was in the G League for the Lakers. Before I got his shot at like 51. He played like 2 NBA games with the Lakers.
Oh, you talking about the bald head dude, black dude?
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
Time for him to hang it up, but hey, he had the shoes on.
Bro,
hey, man, he got his moment. Yes, sir.
And that's what I said, man. It only takes that one moment to get that big win. And I got a couple of friends that play overseas ball, and I mean, dude, they make bank overseas. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, man, I got this try, and this try. I'm like, why don't you try to go for the NBA, whatever? And he's like, I make more overseas.
Yeah, for real. That's how it happened, man. I'm telling you.
Especially now. So obviously, like y'all just said, man, y'all got all these recruiting processes and stuff like that, and y'all also doing the basketball travel thing as well. So like, how is that going to be intertwining, like where you're doing the travel basketball, which the season is just about to start this upcoming Saturday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this upcoming Saturday is going to be game 1 of the basketball travel. So how's that going to be like, intertwine? Because I mean, that's tough. Basketball schedules, I feel like are a little bit more tougher than average sports because you can be playing 2 or 3 games a week, and it's like that consistent standpoint. Now, when you go to football, obviously you have that 1 or 2 games a week, but it's like how are you going to be able to work with both of them at the same time, but also at the same have one focus, well intact for that one season, then obviously for football season. How's that going to be interjected?
Preparation, man. We always we have a group of all our football players that we're looking at right now. We have a group with all our basketball players in it, and we always give them a notice of what we're doing months ahead of time, just so they can be prepared. Right now, our league starts, but it ends in August. And then our tryouts for football is in July. So we'll start OTAs by the time our basketball season ends. And then we'll be doing our preseason around December, January. And then kick the real season off next year. So we have time for our football season to start. But we want to make sure we get our program ready, get them working out, get them in some workout schedules and stuff like that, nutrition plans and stuff like that, just to get them ready for the season on the OTAs and everything. It is my thing is I haven't slept in the last 2 months too much, just trying to get everything together, and I finally got the basketball schedule done. We have the football schedule done, so we have everything scheduled from the workouts, OTAs, all the way to next year's schedule on football. So getting that out, pushing that out to our guys and letting them see, and so they can be prepared, so they can take off when they need to take off on each games and stuff like that is key. That's how we try to stay ahead of the curve of it's doing our due diligence. And making sure that we get our guys prepared and a notice ahead of time, so that way they can be prepared. Just kicking off on
definitely you're looking at the long haul. It's not just like, hey, I'm just putting this together and we're gonna see what happens. Like you're really doing the labor for it. So obviously presentation wise, like you just said, that y'all are basically going to be the lab rats, what you just said, to run this thing. So is there going to be any way to watch these games, via internet or anything like that? I can't believe I just said internet.
We're gonna be
Wi-Fi guys. My bad. I showed my age.
You did show your age right there. But we'll be doing cross platforms of live of games and stuff like that. We'll be letting our audience know ahead of time to go to www.floridajaguars.net. You can go there. All of our content, all of our games, all of our programs for our kids, Save the Youth Foundation, the Junior Jaguars, everything is on that website. That you can check it out there at again, it's www.floridajaguars.net.
That's where I messed up on.
I'm
gonna preview it so everyone can see it.
Yes, sir. So everything will be on there to where we can make sure we're ahead of the curve and making sure everybody is always aware of what we got going on. We do lives from that page. We'll be going live this weekend from that page on our basketball game versus the Sumter Gators. So
hey guys, here's a website right here, guys. You can tell now they have this for the professional football traveling team. They have a thing for also the professional traveling basketball team. They even got women's division as well, guys. I know a lot of people have been asking about higher level for women's, basketball, stuff like that. They have it for the women's travel basketball team. The Junior Jaguars personal trainer. Like they have a lot of really good things on here, guys. They even have a fan zone mission statement. You can see the Florida Jaguars staff, the podcast, The Gritty. That sounds pretty cool. And of course, they have also this upcoming event, the 3-point contest.
And that's real hot right now. Everybody think they Steph Curry right now.
Oh man. I tell you what, I joke about it. I was in the wrong era coming into playing basketball because that was all I did, sit on the corner and shoot a 3. When I got in college, I got a reality check.
Oh yeah,
quick.
you got When you raise that level,
I had to be in the paint, all that stuff. I was more of a passer than shooter when I got in college. But guys, here's a way to fill it out as well. To enter yourself into this 3-point contest. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-point contest. We got 3 rounds. First round is the high school range. The second round is the college range, 3-point range, and the last one is the NBA. Is at the Thomas Hogan Gym. The winner gets $1,000. You have to enter with $65 to enter the contest. You can enter through our website. That's on the screen right now. You enter there, and you get your chance. You get to compete against everybody. We will have full vendors there. We have a live DJ there. We'll have live cameras everywhere, pictures. You can take pictures. You can do whatever you like as far as the fans and have fun with what we got going on. It is June 28th, which is a Friday. So we'll have the city out and we'll be having our fun and getting the youth involved. We'll be doing some things. We got a cheerleading squad coming out, and they'll be doing their cheerleading.
The whole thing set up. I like that.
Yes, sir, man. So we like it's a community thing, man. We just trying to bring the community together, have a 3-point contest, and just have some fun, man. That's what it's about.
Hey, I like they just said, man. They got a lot of good sponsors. It's going to be in Green Coast Springs on 415 Lemon Street. Halftime show. I mean, this looks really pretty cool. Thomas Hogan Gym, man. This looks pretty interesting. Like I said, man, $65 for an entry, and you can possibly win $1,000, man. Everybody thinks they can shoot 3-pointers now. So
everybody think they can.
I'll tell you what, like, oh my gosh. 3 years ago, I definitely would have done this for sure. So how you do this competition, is it literally layered out like a 3-point contest? Like you have 5 or 6 shots each corner or something like that? Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir. We're gonna do 4 balls, regular balls on each rack, and then a money ball at the end of each rack. It's gonna be 5.
I like that.
Yep,
like
2
that.
in the corners, 2 in the corner, 2 on the key, and right at the top, man. So
man,
so
give me about a year and I could have joined.
I know Coach Brown
shot a ball in a minute, so I'm not about to go embarrassed. But I used
Coach
to
Brown
know where the ball is. Now I don't know where it's flying.
Coach Brown try to do everything, man. Everything we do, Coach Brown want to do it.
AB just saw me recently play ball like what? A year ago, 2, something like that, and it didn't go too hot for me. It wasn't like the level I remember myself used to be in, because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Warren used to be able to shoot." I got in this league, and I'm like, "Yeah, my shot don't know where it's going nowadays." But getting back into it, you could definitely do it. So guys, definitely check out this 3-point competition. Like you can just to fill this out right here. You put your name, your address, message, contact number, your hometown, what experience level you got, your age, and of course your gender, and that's how you apply to the thing. Also, is this an additional, like, people can just personally buy these for, like, team merch and stuff like that?
So in our fan zone, we got different things that they can purchase. They can personalize however they want to personalize their merch. We got everything from bags to jerseys to shirts to hats to female hats, female shirts, and everything, man. We definitely got different things, man. I forgot to hit on the most thing that I'm proud of, man, and that's our Alliance program. Our Alliance program, we have a sponsor by Alliance, and they actually help us with the 18 and up youth, specifically the guys and girls that comes out of high school. It's a program that teaches electrical apprentice. So it's a trade that you actually get to go into. They pay for all your expenses for 2 weeks. They put you in the hotel and they train you, and they teach you this trade, and you get to take that in life and excel and do good for your family. So that's a program that we really, really take pride in right now. I don't know how I forgot to mention it. But like I said, they call it the Alliance.
You're so excited. That's all it is. That's all good.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's all that matters, bro. Like you said, bro, you haven't had no sleep in 2 months. You just
Like,
ready to
man.
promote this thing and really let it jump off, man. I
And I
love seeing
appreciate
how
you, man.
passionate
You
are.
like, man, you're awesome with this, man. And like, man, I just appreciate you. I appreciate Coach Brown, man, for the opportunity,
Problem, man.
man.
I just saw you rocking a U jersey or U shirt, so
yeah,
I definitely
yeah,
got more
man.
respect for you now. Like
yeah. Oh, that's
we
my
have
team,
trouble
man.
seasons.
That's my
We
team.
have trouble seasons. I get it, but
Hey, we
maybe
still
you
rocking
stop
with
that.
him, baby. Yes,
You
sir.
stop
Yes,
that.
sir. The you, baby. Yes, sir.
All right, man. You better stop. Your hand gonna break on that. You better stop that. You better stop that. But
yeah, man.
obviously,
But man,
AB,
yeah.
do y'all have anything else y'all want to finish on, guys? Like we said, go to the website. FloridaJags.net. Don't put .com or you'll get the error like I just got. Make sure you put .net.
Net. Yes, sir.
As y'all
yes,
can,
sir.
man, contribute to this thing, man. And it's not just a league they're putting together. They're literally trying to bring a foundation to not
Yes,
only
sir.
the youth, and more importantly, like he just said, man, they're doing trades and stuff like that. This is helping the youth out to develop in life, not just in a league,
Yes.
not just to play sports. And that's something
Yes,
I
sir.
really wish a lot of people would put a focus in, because I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
sir.
we've all three of us have been through this. You go through these times where you go on these countless practices, countless camps, and all these trainings and stuff. And then when it's
Yes.
taken, it's taken. We didn't have any other backup. Like, you had to pick yourself up and redo life in an experienced way that you weren't used to. And
Yes, sir.
now they're giving so many opportunities to do something like this. So, man, y'all have got my complete consent to this, man. I would try to do whatever I can do to contribute on this thing, because this literally looks so good. And I really hope this thing really becomes a big success for y'all.
So Warren, let me get some game from you, man, before we go, man. Can you tell me what drives you every day to do what you do, like this platform? What drives you to do it? And one more, I got a two-part on that one. When you was, because I know it was a point where you like was in a position where you were kind of struggling to get over the hump into this platform, or you had a point where somebody was doubting you, or somebody was trying to stop you from excelling it to this point. What drove you to get past that point?
Man, I have a cocky ego. My biggest thing is, bro, when someone tells me I can't do something, I prove it wrong. I joke with people all the time, and I still deal with it at times, because I have this thing: if I'm going to do something, I'm doing it. And I remember when I did this podcast thing, obviously with me being in pro wrestling and stuff like that, that's how I got into listening to podcasts and stuff like that. And then I got hurt, the typical stories, whatever. And then, where these things happen, where COVID happened, and you want to hear more news from our mouth than you want to hear what's on TVs nowadays. And that's what really grew this whole podcast. And man, just, it's insane how many numbers keep jumping every week. The platforms, I'm just noticing now, numbers are starting to come up now, and it's a pretty late time for people to be popping in here watching something. But I mean, it's just really cool to see the contributions and the consistency and work stuff. Like I tell people all the time, when you do something like this, you have to be consistent. It doesn't matter of the lack of, production standpoint like that. You have to be consistent. If you say something's going to be at a certain time, you say something's going to be there, you have to have it at that time. And that was something I had trouble with at first. I noticed a big drop at times with it, but obviously I've been getting more prepared to, make sure I'm on that time limit, especially with this platforms I got now. It's kind of easier to remind myself, hey, you got a live such and such time. You got this, you got this. And so it's just been a really cool ongoing thing. And obviously, like you just said, what drives me every single day is I love being a father. I love being a husband, and I put so much, family first, then I do this next. And that was something that I had more trouble with when I first started this thing, was because the success was fun. It was all cool. But when I'm not spending with family gets mad. Then guess what? That's going to be the drought of this at the same time, because you're not going to have two happy parties at the same time. So that was the biggest thing,
God
is to
bless you, brother.
organize between those two.
Woo.
So
We all go through that. God bless you, bro. We all go through that. Well,
especially what y'all are doing, you know, that gets families hyped up for it as well. So
yeah, man. So
One thing
I
I do,
appreciate that, man. Appreciate them words of wisdom, man.
yes. One thing I do want to touch on for the people that's watching. Um, I'm Coach Brown. I'm real big on mental health. Okay, mental health is very serious. I know coming with the football program for the youth and for the adults, I would love to get some therapists that's watching to help us out. You know, because a lot of people deal with a lot of different things and don't know how to handle them. You know, Warren, I know you probably know when me and Gus saved the guy from drowning at Mike's Park and stuff. You know, because mental health is serious and people are scared to speak up because it's the ego of a man can't be vulnerable. You know, this person can't be vulnerable because the other person look at them differently. You know, so just me personally, I'm real big on mental health, and depression. You know, so don't be scared to speak up. Don't be scared to talk to your friends. You know, everybody is here to help.
Yes, sir.
So,
always good, always good. And what AB is talking about, obviously it was on news and everything about this guy drove in the water and was basically drowning. And I mean, Lord only knows what he was going with it in his life and stuff, but you just see you guys in flag football, bro. There's some egos and there's some, you know, that mindset. Game was going on. Usually people are just like, yeah, that's it, bro. You done. We ain't stopping our game for you. Y'all personally dropped out of that game and freaking went and saved this man, even though he didn't want to be saved. Saved him. So obviously, you know, like what you said, man. I always knew you, Gus, all the y'all guys really, y'all have y'all's hearts on y'all's sleeves. And that's some reason why I've been connected with y'all for this longest time, especially off and on playing flag football. I'm very bad with that. I apologize, but I do my best. But hey, but yeah, guys, as they've been talking about, man, this is definitely something they are really trying to grow.
yes.
Really help them out, man. Contribute whatever you can. Go to these games. Do the extra mile for these guys because they are really trying to make a big opportunity for someone. I quote one particular man all the time. I always say he is the GOAT. This man right here, this guy is the GOAT. If anybody don't know who he is, he just wrestled at 51 years old in a 45-minute wrestling match. Shout out to the greatest of all time, The Rock. He always has made opportunity. He always talks about he is number 54. That's telling you something right there, man. That's the last man to be picked up and, more importantly, to get an opportunity. We go through so many challenges. Even all of us that have been going through sports for so long, you try to be number one or number two. That's what we were always raised to be. You weren't supposed to be no 3, 4, or 5, or even in the 10th. You really thought you were a failure at the 10th level. But man, when you have these opportunities and you get these excellements, man, we definitely need to, you know, as a community and as a state and as a whole thing, unite with it and get something to grow this. Because like you just said, man, you haven't slept for 2 months. You've been putting the wheels onto this and you're just ready to see what happens.
I'm ready.
I can tell from passion. I could tell from all the stuff in the past. You are just as passionate with this as you were in the past playing football, playing this stuff like that. And that's something that we look for when we do get to this age of a time. I just turned 33 yesterday, so I'm starting to say, when we got to this age, which that's super old, but it's still in the mid.
Yeah,
I'm at AB's level now. You know, it's kind of weird for me.
I turned 34 this year, and so me and you the same age.
AB's like ancient over here. The hairstyle and everything, I love it. But guys, is there anything y'all want to finish up on? Guys, make sure y'all check out that website, floridajags.net. There's a 3-point shooter contest coming up. Guys, I know a lot of you kids, it's summertime. Tell your parents, pay the $65 and go win $1,000 for the mom and dads and give them a nice little vacation trip or whatever, man. It's summertime. No excuses. Let's see this thing grow.
Yeah, no excuses. And if you are 18 and up, female or man, hit me up. We represent the state of Florida. So we're looking for the elite athletes of the state of Florida to represent, and we're gonna hit up these other states. And like I said, we're bringing the smoke and we're putting it out as well, man. So if you're elite and you ready to be committed to a traditional program that's gonna give you an opportunity, we don't play no favorites. Everyone earns everything that they get. If you're ready for the challenge, the Florida Jaguars is where you want to be at, man. So you can hit us up at, like you said, www.floridajaguars.net, or you can hit our Gmail, floridajaguars03@gmail.com, or you can hit our board of operations at 904-437-0482. Anytime you guys want to tap in with us, we're here. You can find us on Facebook as well, Instagram and TikTok, Florida Jaguars.
As y'all can see, there's the website right there, guys. Like he just said, the emails, everything, man. Let's get this community and let's get this thing growing. He just put 18 games together for both freaking sports, man. Shout out to I definitely want to have y'all back on. We could talk about the women's sports aspect as well, because I mean, WNBA has been a hot topic right now.
There you go. Man.
It's been insane to say that we're bragging about women's pro basketball, which is not even a joke. Man. It's just the fact that it's starting to get excitement now, and that's something that I tell people all the time, bro. In the flag football aspect, women athlete are top notch.
Yes. Yeah, so it is.
You know, bro, we've been months from one to
we've been going down.
About some of the most angriest moments. Bro, get mossed by a woman. Get mossed by a woman, and they do you nastier than a dude. Let's put it that way. But definitely, guys. Is there anything?
Appreciate you having us on, man.
Follow this link below, man. Check it out. They got a 3-point shooting contest coming up. They got their basketball season that comes up this Saturday, man. Check them out. If you are it's the South Carolina area or the North Carolina, which one?
It's North Carolina, Sumter.
North Carolina area. Okay. First game, guys. Sumter Gators. They got me at Gators. We got to stop that right there. We got to win right there, man.
I know, right? Yeah.
This I can't deal with all that. But guys. We want to thank everybody for listening. We want to thank everybody for watching. Let's grow this thing, man. Shout out to y'all and good luck to this season. Definitely want to have y'all back on the mid-season, something like that, and let's see how the growth of everything has been. But guys, this has been another great episode of Buzzing with Marlowe. Also want to remind everybody the audio version of this episode tonight will be out tomorrow morning. So you will also get the audio and video one as well. I got to play with the shorts. I'm going to get this on as well as I can on TikTok. We're definitely going to make this thing grow, and we're going to get this thing out. So, guys, I want to thank y'all for joining us. And more importantly, everyone, we hope everyone have a great, great rest of your night. This has been another great episode of Buzzing with Marlowe, and we are out.
Peace.